I almost missed my flight because I was too busy arguing with my soon-to-be ex-wife on the phone. Something about the settlement, something about the dog, it all blurred into a symphony of resentment I was desperate to escape. I hung up, shoved my phone in my pocket, and ran toward the gate, boarding pass in hand, heart pounding a frantic rhythm against my ribs. The plane was packed, middle seat of course, the universe clearly had a sense of humor. I squeezed in, trying to ignore the guy snoring softly to my left and the baby gearing up for a screaming marathon somewhere behind me. We took off, and I closed my eyes, willing myself to fast forward to my brother's wedding, the open bar, anything but this present moment. About an hour into the flight, turbulence hit. Not the usual little bumps, but the kind that makes the plane feel like a toy in a giant's hand. People screamed, the beverage cart went rogue, and I gripped the armrests, convinced this was it. Then, a woman across the aisle started having what looked like a seizure. Panic surged through the cabin, a collective gasp of fear. I'm not a doctor, not a hero, just a guy trying to survive a bad divorce and a turbulent flight. But I couldn't just sit there. I unbuckled my seatbelt and moved toward her, yelling for a flight attendant, anyone with medical experience. A young woman, pale but determined, identified herself as a nurse and started assessing the situation. I helped her clear the area, holding the woman's head to prevent her from hitting it against the seat. The turbulence continued, but for some reason, I wasn't scared anymore. After what felt like an eternity, the seizure subsided. The woman was disoriented but breathing. The nurse stayed with her, monitoring her vitals. I went back to my seat, shaken but strangely calm. As we landed, the woman caught my eye. She mouthed the words "thank you" and gave me a weak smile. Later, while waiting for my luggage, someone tapped me on the shoulder. It was the nurse. She told me the woman had a previously undiagnosed condition, and my quick action likely prevented a serious injury. Then, she handed me a small piece of paper with her number on it. For coffee, or maybe something stronger, she said, winking. The wedding was great, the open bar was indeed open, but the real celebration started after I got home. I called the nurse. Her name was Sarah. We talked for hours. That was 6 months ago. We're planning a trip, just the two of us. And the divorce? It doesn't seem so monumental anymore. Sometimes, the worst moments bring out the best in us, and sometimes, a bumpy flight leads to unexpected landings.